Well, hello again, good people. After a couple of very hectic weeks in Perth, we headed off again, and our first stop was Milligan Island, which is up near Green Head, 2.5 hours out of Perth, and a lovely little beach and a spot. And we sat there for a couple of days and just regenerated and did some snorkeling and that sort of thing. It was very, very pleasant indeed. So after leaving Milligan's Island, we wanted to go up through the Murchison, so we found some nice campsites. This Boolaroi Reserve south of Mullawa was one, and then south of Gascoyne Junction we found Billung Pool. And you'll just have to excuse a bit of noise in the background. There's pumps and fridges and God knows what else going here, which the recording seems to pick up. Fairly sensitive, but anyway, we'll persevere because I've got nowhere else. So this is Billung Pool. It's a permanent water hole, so I'm told, and it's very nice. We were here on our own for the night, which is always good. Nice to have some people around from time to time, but it's nice to have a night on your own as well. And you can see we just set up. We didn't even unhitch the car. We just set up here, walked around, went to the swimming hole, and just a very nice spot to go, about 120 kilometres I think south of Gascoyne Junction. Road up from Mullewa to Gascoyne can be a bit problematic, but we got through okay. And yeah, had some nice stops along the way. So having survived some of those roads, we headed off to the Kennedy Ranges, which is northwest of Gascoyne Junction. And it's a magic place, and we've always wanted to go and see Honeycomb Gorge. This one is Draper's Gorge, which is a lovely little spot. And this was filmed on my phone, so you might have to turn your volume up a little bit to hear me talking.
Draper's Gorge, the end of Draper's Gorge. We're in the Kennedy Ranges, and it's a bit hard to see because of the reflection there, but that's actually a pond. And those rocks and stuff you see there are actually a reflection from the wall. Dead still. And these amazing trees that grow out of the rocks like that. And then a waterfall which would look pretty specky when it was running. This is the Kennedy Ranges, and there's 3 or 4 gorges here, which are different. And all spectacular. Beautiful.
After 3 days at Kennedy Ranges, we headed towards Mt Augustus, and you can see here that the track is narrowed down and it's a bit rough in places, but we persevered. You've just got to drive to the conditions, and that's what we did. We were down at times to 30 or 40 kilometres an hour. This is Lion River, and that's Mt Augustus, the biggest rock in the world, but it's not a monolith like Uluru, but it is a single rock. Mount Augustus has a very long, old Aboriginal association, and there's a lot of these petroglyphs carvings into the rock, and you can see when you get into some of the more sheltered ones that there is actually a storyline associated with them. They talk about water holes, etc. With my limited knowledge of what these symbols mean,
We're at Mt Augustus,
really quite fascinating.
Gascoyne region. This is spring. Just down there, there's a little body of fresh water. And you won't be able to see it, but there's actually little fish and some taddies over there by the rock, and diving beetles. And it's crystal clear, fresh as daisy. Beautiful. It's surrounded by this rock, which is obviously the river bank at the time, and these beautiful river gums. One behind there is very spiky. That's a nice little spot. It's a cool breeze blowing, and nice easy walk.
So that was us at Mt Augustus, and it was a really good visit. We then snuck down through to Meekatharra and up to Mount Newman, which will feature in the next video, and then we went to Karajini, which is always beautiful, through to Millstream and then through to Point Sampson, and that'll all be in the next one. So hope you've enjoyed it, and we will catch you later.